The year is 2066. With a global fuel crisis, the rise of communist ideology worldwide, and with Chinese troops coming across the Bering Strait, many Americans arose to fight for this great nation despite all odds, armed with determination and the American spirit. In fact, some of us are still out there fighting to this day and may never return. But what of the ones who made it out alive? This looks like an ordinary American home with all the essentials and necessities of everyday life. Except it's the home of a decorated war hero, one that for almost a decade has been betrayed and slandered by the very unneighborly nation he sought to protect. He has been at the center of much controversy and at many talks regarding international relations with Canada. War criminal he is not, but an American hero he is. We have all seen this footage of our brave soldiers annexing Canada, filmed by our very own GNR. Today we will speak to the notorious Soldier N and find out how he feels about coming back home from the war, and if he truly is the monster they make him out to be.
Private First Class, served in the 2nd Battalion, 108th Infantry Regiment of the U.S. Army during the Sino-American War.
Tell me about that. Towards the end, what made you come home?
Well, I had a stint in the med bay. I was involved in a media piece to try and lift morale, and there were a few disappearances in my regiment. So there was a big investigation, plus a media storm, and it was a lot, crammed into a few weeks.
Who exactly disappeared?
Sergeant Daniels, Corporal Reams, Corporal Spurlock, Private Lawrence Mears, Private Dawkins, Private Beckett, Private Elliot Dracorian. I was one of the only remaining soldiers. God knows what happened to them. One minute they were there. Next they were gone.
108th Infantry Regiment was ripe with mystery. Some even blamed this one man for their disappearances. But after a rigorous investigation by the Army, he was deemed innocent and there was no evidence to suggest our man was involved.
People like to talk and make stuff up. Some people on the radio, they like to say that it was aliens or that it was all some commie conspiracy. I don't want people thinking us vets are all a bunch of weirdos like that Pinko Cooper Howard. He does not represent us.
Today, some troops are ashamed to admit they knew Cooper Howard after being caught spying on his wife and associating with communist sympathizers. Some in the Army think that this put a stain on the image of all veterans.
Nowadays, returning troops are just trying to get on with life. Not all of us have the ability to defend ourselves in the public eye. We can't all be big movie stars. Best I can do is prepare for a speech I have coming up in the Veterans Hall soon. I have been slandered as a war criminal, and me and my wife have received death threats. But I will keep fighting, just like I did in the war.
We are working close with our veterans to supply a better lifestyle and some well-needed support. And some will even get a state-of-the-art accommodation in the vault, assuming the world will need them. And we might. Bob Cabot with Galaxy News.